Good evening. I am just down in Ayes Quay / Deptford. I said I wasn't going to come back till winter to try and enter the Jews' burial ground, but I thought I might as well do it now. Got nothing else better to do. So it's going to be full on Indiana Emerson here, so if I get stung, right. Right, that's the first stage done. As you can see, there's one of the old walls. Now I believe these walls were put in very late 1700s or 1800. I've seen a plan for them somewhere. I'll have to dig it out. So as you can see, it is just overgrown. Oh. And this is the entrance. Right, so I'm going to try and... It's quite high there actually, and I've got a bad back. So what I'm going to have to do... Luckily I've put my old clothes on today, so I'm just going to put this down for a second on there. See if I can lift myself up. I'm in. And there we are. Just let you have a look around. See, it's not that big. Right. It's absolutely covered with nettles, so I'm going to try and tramp a way through. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. A few years ago, Friends of Sunderland Cemeteries did a big clear up and took it down a little bit. So as you can see, there's the boundary wall, which goes over that wall is the old refuse tip. So over there's towards at Simpson Seat School, and then there's some sort of factory down there. So the only way in is literally through that hole. Ow, shit. So this was the burial ground created for the town's Jewish community at the end of the late, probably I think it was late, around 1780-ish. That's a headstone. Even if I could read it, it'd probably be in Hebrew anyway. I have been stung. Now, I've seen an old picture from the first half of the 1900s, and that was quite a large obelisk, quite a few foot higher than that. But this area has changed so much over the last, since like the Second World War. Surrounding this was like tourist streets and bits and places, so kids used to play in here. I'm just going to try and... There's a few headstones against that wall. I can't remember them being this many in the past. See, that was quite a big vault. If you have a look around, there was metal railings around that, ornamental railings around that section. I'm just going to go over here a second. Ow. Oh. Might be able to read that one. Oh, yes. bit of a fragment of a headstone on the floor. So the top bit's in Hebrew, and in memory of, below that is in memory of Leah Louisa Lee, widow of the late Aaron Levi Lee, who died, I believe this Bishop Weymouth Cemetery opened in 1856. First burial there was May the 2nd, so I'm assuming everything was before that. So I read that it was only a couple of hundred burials in its history. There's another bit of an obelisk. There might be some more hidden around over that back bit. That's not the original wall. It's probably put in to support the tip, which is just sort of over there. Oh, that one has got some markings on. Let's have a look. Oh, should we? Oh, shit. This monument was erected by the children of something Johnson of Usworth Hall, Durham, in memory of a dear beloved parent. And there's a little bit of an epitaph from the Bible at the bottom, which I can't read, and I don't want to get stung too much because it collapses underneath. There's like a layer of leaves and shrubbery which gans down a bit, and then there's another one behind it in Hebrew. So it's quite a historic site. The Jewish burial record, I don't think there is any. I've tried to have a look online, and Durham records don't have them. Something's in there. Oh, that's not a rat. I need to get out of here. It's getting out, that's the bloody problem. So I think it would be good if there was some sort of permanent plaque outside of the site, just so to recognise its history. Because this is just me I think it is the first specific, one of the first Jewish cemeteries in the whole northeast, so there might have been people from outside Sunderland. I did read something, because I have read about that obelisk before for that Johnson. There was some confusion whether he is actually buried here. There is a good Jewish website called selig.org, I think, which has a lot of information on here. But it's just a small piece of history, not far from the centre of Sunderland, which, as I said, you'd struggle to find it if you didn't know where it was. Right, now for the tricky bit. So I will leave you with one last shot. So I think its proper name was the Ayes Quay Jewish Burial Ground, or sometimes it's just known as the Jews Burial Ground on all maps, and various different sort of names. So at the time it was built, Deptford down here was was part of the Bishop Weymouth parish, but was its own little community. So you can imagine Jewish members from over Bishop Weymouth, Sunderland, coming across, probably with a coffin on the back of a cart, and buried over there. So on that note, I'm going to try and get down that gap. Hopefully this will be on YouTube later on this evening. So thank you very much. If you do enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe or share. So thanks a lot. Bye.